My name's Sarah and this is my story. Growing up, I lived with my mum and my nana and my brother. Got brought up as a Catholic, went to a Catholic primary school, but I think it was just something that you did rather than something that you felt. Before I was a Christian, I suppose life was very chaotic and hectic. Struggled quite a lot with my mental health, so my mental health's always been quite poor. Struggled with people around me, like anxiety. I've got bipolar disorder, so I struggled a lot with that. I came to the grocery because I was working at Manchester Airport before COVID. I'd not been there for very long and I got made redundant. I've got two boys. I've got a 7-year-old boy and a 17-year-old boy. At the time, it was quite difficult about what I was going to do, and you just panic a lot, don't you? I saw an advertisement online for the grocery, just thinking I'd go and have a look what it's like. It was really weird because everyone was super friendly, and I'd never been in somewhere where everyone was so nice before. I think I initially went there thinking I'm going to get some cheap shopping, but the people there were just dead nice. Got a lot of faith and people around you and support, and like at Christmas time and stuff, they do so much for families. They've helped with Christmas presents for us in the past when the kids probably wouldn't have got a lot of it, wasn't for that, so yeah. I went to some of the cooking classes that were on there, and I used to go to like this Friday morning prayer with Jane. There was like about 4 or 5 of us, and we all used to do a little Bible study and just have a talk and a chat, and it was dead nice. It was lovely. I remember just speaking to Jane and like opening up about everything to her, and we just sat and we prayed that first time. I remember feeling warm from head to toe, and it was like, I remember describing it to Jane at the time like it was like I had a fire in my stomach. It was just nice and comforting and calming. I got baptised at the first baptism service that they did at the church, and I remember like on the day saying, no, I'm not doing it. Everything around me was stressing me out. I remember sitting and speaking with Jane on the phone about an hour before the service, and she was like, no, you'll be fine, everything will be supported. And it was a really good decision because I suppose not everything changes when you get baptised, but a lot of the ways that you respond to things change. It was like a feeling of calmness, and around the same time that I got baptised, my brother started going to an Alpha course. I think he'd met Simon somewhere near the Oaks, and he started going to an Alpha course. It was nice that we both became Christians at similar times. I think my mum thought I was a nutter. I think she thought I was an absolute nutter. She was laughing her head off at me when I told her I'd gone to church. My dad thought it was nice though, so that's cool. I invited my mum to the mess cafe just to introduce her to a lot of the people I'd met. She came down and sat at the table, and I shouted over Jane to come and sit with us, and she was acting really polite when we were in there, and all the way home she shouted at me, telling me I can't believe you got the Christians to come and sit with me. And then it wasn't that long after that she decided at the Christmas extravaganza that she was going to become a Christian herself again, and she got baptised shortly after. So my dad came to church because at the time you were in hospital.
And he had a breakdown, and he ended up in the Priory mental hospital. Sarah took me out one day to the message on a Sunday, because that was the only time I was allowed out of hospital. And I just carried on going from there. Got baptised, become part of my life from there basically. It means a lot to me, my faith, because I was in a right mess with money. Just one thing after another, it just kept getting better. My debts went. I bought a flat. I'm financially secure now.
Well, you see all your family at church a lot of the time at weekend, and then it's helped people speak a lot more amongst the family. I feel like we've probably got a lot closer as a family from it. And you get a whole new family by being at church as well. You get all your church family, so I've got so many friends and so many people that have come into my life because of church. Jesus means for me a lot of comfort, a lot of support, a lot of love, and not feeling alone.